through the study of the scriptures.
Amen.
Let's open our Bibles in Genesis chapter 4. Genesis chapter 4, from verses 1. We are going to read up to verse 5. Genesis chapter 4, verse 1 up to 5. Are we there? Okay? Big screen also. And I read, and then you read the second verse, okay? And Adam knew Eve, his wife, and she conceived, and bare Cain, and said, I have gotten a man from the Lord.
And she again bare his brother Abel. Abel was a keeper of sheep, but Cain was a tiller of the ground.
And in the process of time, it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground, offering unto the Lord.
And Abel gave also all his first fruits of the law. And the Lord had disliked Abel instead of his offering.
But unto Cain and to his offering he had no respect, and Cain was very wroth with and his countenance fell.
And the Lord said,
Alright, we are going to fix there. Let's pray. Our dear Heavenly Master, Almighty and ever-living God, we come before you this morning. We pray that Almighty and ever-living God, you guide us through this study, O Lord. Have your way in our lives, give us understanding. Let your will be done, O God. In the mighty name of Jesus, we pray trusting and believe in your holy name. On our introduction, we see that Cain is mentioned 13 times, and 7 times Abel is mentioned is identified as Cain's brother. Okay? As you consider Cain's life and some of the roles he played, you will better understand how important it is for us to know God and to do His will. The moment you know God, that's when you will understand His will. Okay? And on our first point, Genesis chapter 1, verse 1 and 2 says, Genesis 4, 1 and 2. And Adam knew Eve, his wife, and she conceived and bare Cain, and said, I have begotten a man from the Lord. And she again bare his brother Abel, and Abel was a keeper of the sheep, but Cain was a tiller of the ground. We see here Cain, the brother. Cain, the brother. First point, Cain, the brother. The name Cain means possessed. Okay? It means possessed. Abel means bread, meaning that he possessed life. Then, Abel means bread. These were the first two sons of Adam and Eve. These were the first two sons that were conceived by Adam and Eve. Cain reminds us that life comes from God. Okay? Life comes from God. John 14:6 says, Jesus said unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. Well, Abel tells us that life is grief. Life is grief. James chapter 4, verse 4. James 4, verse 4. Whereas you know not what shall be on the morrow. For what is your life? It is even a vapor that appears for a little time, and then vanishing away. Life is brief. Today you are here, tomorrow you are gone. This minute you are living, the next minute you are dead. Better be. We see here a sibling rivalry, which we see several times in the book of Genesis. And Isaac of Genesis, Ismail and Isaac. Esau and Jacob, Joseph and his brothers. You see, when they went to offer a sacrifice, when they went to take an offer, a sacrifice, to offer another sacrifice to God, Cain was angry because his sacrifice was not accepted by God. Okay? His sacrifice was not accepted by God. Sin is the reason for dysfunctional families and fractured families. E.g., fightings, divorce, rebellion. Only the Lord can put families together. He is the answer. It is impossible with man, but with God everything is possible. Only God can fix relationships. Only God can enable you to bear with one another as families. Okay? In Luke 18:27, the Bible says, and he said, the things which are impossible with men are possible with God. If you are having problems with your family, just surrender your family to God. You take charge of it. Okay? And on our first point, we saw the brother. Cain the brother. Now, on our second point, we see Cain the worker. Cain the worker. In verse 2 of Genesis chapter 4. And again, she bare his brother Abel. And Abel was a keeper of the sheep, but Cain was a tiller of the ground. Okay? We see they were both working. Cain became a farmer, and Abel became a shepherd. Both of them were working. Work is not bad. It is not a punishment. We are here to work. Okay? That's not a punishment. We work to glorify God. We work to bless others. We work to support the work of God. Work in the will of God is a blessing. God had commanded man to work even before he sinned. When Adam was naming the animals, he was working at that time. Okay? That was work. In Exodus chapter 20, verse 9. Exodus chapter 20, verse 9. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. So work was there since the beginning. Okay? And then we must work to provide for our families and support the work of the Lord. But if in 1 Timothy 5:8, 1 Timothy 5:8, 1 Timothy 5:8. But if any provide for his own, provide not for his own, and especially for those of his own house, he hath denied the faith and is worse than an infidel. Working is God ordained way for us to serve him, and others hereby glorifying God. 1 Corinthians 10:13. Bible says, whether therefore you eat or you drink, or whatever you do all for the glory of God. We work to develop our God-given abilities. Whenever we are working, we are also developing our God-given abilities and seek to increase the quality and the quantity of our labor. We work to improve also our living standards. We work also to support the church. So it's something that God from there had put up for man to do. Okay? We saw that Cain, the brother, we saw Cain, the worker. Now we are going to see Cain, the worshiper. Okay? From verse 3, Genesis chapter 4, verse 3 to 7. And in the process of time, it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground an offering unto the Lord. And Abel also brought of the firstlings of the flock, of the fat thereof. And the Lord had respect unto Abel and to his offering, but unto Cain and his offering he had not respect. And Cain was very wroth, and his countenance fell. And the Lord said unto Cain, Why art thou wroth, and why is thy countenance fallen? Verse 7. If thou doest well, shalt thou not be accepted? And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door, and unto thee shalt thou be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him. Cain's offering was rejected because of his heart. He wasn't right with God from the beginning. Every time we come to worship, we must first make sure that our heart is right with God. Okay. Abel's offering was accepted because he had faith in God and was right with God. In Hebrews chapter 11, verse 4, the Bible says, by faith, Abel offered unto God a more excellent sacrifice than Cain, by which he obtained witness that he was righteous, God testifying of his gifts, and by it he being dead yet speaketh. Until now he still speaks. He wanted to. The problem with Cain was one. He wanted to do his own way, not God's way. He didn't even check the example. He didn't even ask the parents what happened. Okay? See, I don't know how Abel got to sacrifice, but it's by faith. The Bible tells us it's by faith that he offered a more excellent sacrifice. Okay? We can only approach God on the basis of blood atonement. We can only approach God on the basis of blood atonement. Abel first surrendered to God before he offered the sacrifice. He first surrendered to God. But Cain, he wanted to do it his own way. That was the problem. He wanted to do it. That's what is called being religious. Doing it your own way. You want to do your own way. Everything you want, you don't want to consider what the God's will is. On letter B, even if Cain brought an animal sacrifice and shed their blood, they wouldn't be accepted because of the state of his heart. His heart was not right with God from the beginning. Behold, to obey is better than to sacrifice. Again, we understand that Nadab and Abihu, they died when they offered a strange fire before the Lord. Now that is Numbers 26, verse 61. See, his sacrifice would have been accepted if his heart was right with God. So, whenever we come to worship God, our hearts must first be right with God. Then, before we give also to God, our heart must also be right with God. That is what Cain forgot about. He had not surrendered fully to God. It was a heart problem. And then we saw on our first point, we saw that Cain the brother, then Cain the worker, then Cain the worshiper. Now we see Cain the murderer. Cain the murderer. Anger is a powerful emotion that can lead to violence. He actually murdered his brother before killing. Verse 8 to 10. And the Lord said unto Cain, Where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not. Am I my brother's keeper? And he said, What hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood cried unto me from the ground. See, Cain, when God rejected his offering, Cain became very angry, even rejected God's gracious invitation. We see that God was asking him, Where is your brother? He also told him that sin lied at the door. Okay? See verse 7. If thou doest well, shalt thou not be accepted? And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door, and unto thee shall be the desire, and thou shalt rule over him. He lied to his brother. First of all, he lied to his brother. They went to the field. Then he murdered him. The second person to plan such a murder was David. He sent Uriah to Joab with his death sentence. Remember the story? He told Joab, let Uriah be on the honest part where the battle is intense. And what happened? He was murdered. See, the natural man receiveth not the things of God, for they are foolishness to him. God warned him. He did not listen to him. God, he went ahead and slew his brother. God was asking him, If thou doest well, shall thou not be accepted? If we walk with God, if we surrender our lives to God, if we give our hearts to God, if we let Him be our guide in our life, if thou doest well, shall thou not be accepted? Our praises, our worship, our walk with God, everything that we do, if we serve God faithfully, if we let Him be our Savior in our lives, everything that we do, the Lord will accept. Because first of all, we are obeying. Okay? And if thou doest well, if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door, and unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him. It is expected of us to overcome sin. It is expected of us to overcome sin. Remember, Elijah was a man just like us, okay? In letter B, the murder wasn't motivated by sudden passion. It wasn't instant. It was carefully premeditated. Thought of, planned it, just like David planned Uriah's death. Okay? He committed the crime after being at the altar. Notice that. He committed the crime after being at the altar. And in spite of God's warning and promise, he still did not listen. How many times have we not listened to God's warning? How many times has God warned us about many things and we end up rejecting what He's saying? And then, remember our first point was Cain the brother. Now, we see Cain the worker, Cain the worshipper, Cain the mother. Okay? Now, we are going to see Cain the wanderer. Cain the wanderer. Cain the wanderer. From verses 11 to 15. We are on Genesis chapter 4. Well, those who have come with arrived just now, we are on Genesis chapter 4. And we are reading from verses 11 to 15. Cain the wanderer? And now art thou cast from the earth, which hath opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand. When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth give unto thee a strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shalt thou be in the earth. And Cain said unto the Lord, my punishment is greater than I can bear. Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid, and I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth. And it shall come to pass that everyone that findeth me shall slay me. And the Lord said unto him, now therefore, whatsoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. And the Lord set a mark upon him, lest any man find him, shall kill him. After killing his brother, Cain became a vagabond. He became a vagabond. A vagabond has no home. A fugitive is running away from home. A stranger is away from home. A pilgrim is heading home. E.g., like the prodigal son. Okay? Cain is driven from the blessing of God. The ground stopped working for him. Cain made the wrong choice when he became a stranger wandering from place to place. That is, after he killed his brother, he became a stranger. After sinning, he became a stranger. He became a vagabond. He became a fugitive. He defiled the ground with the brother's blood, and the ground wouldn't work for him. Cain never repented of his sin, yet God was merciful to him by putting a protective mark on him. We don't understand what the mark was. The Bible is silent there. And I have a question to our African brothers, mostly. Where is he right now? Brother Chris. Brother Chris, what do you say? Yeah. I used to think he's still roaming also. But actually, you remember there was also the flood. Okay? Okay, African brothers. I used to think that Cain is still around. Yeah. But Cain actually died when he died even before the flood. And the flood was still there. So from now henceforth, brothers, understand that Cain is no more. Okay? Okay? Yeah, in Africa we still think Cain is around. Okay? And now, I know now our brothers, you understand that it's no more. Worship involves total surrender. From this lesson, we saw the Cain the brother, Cain the worker, Cain the worshipper, Cain the murderer, and Cain the wanderer. We understand that Cain's sacrifice was rejected because of he was not right with God. Okay? By faith, Abel offered an excellent sacrifice. So, his right was not right with God. That's why God rejected his offering, his sacrifice. So, whenever we come to worship, our hearts must first be right with God. I did not personally understand why this offering was rejected, but I understand now that it was because his heart was not right with God from the beginning. The Bible says in John chapter 4 verse 4, John 4:24, God is spirit, and they that worship me must worship him in truth and in spirit. Whenever we worship God, we have to worship him in truth and in spirit and in truth. Okay? We must surrender our lives to him. We must render our hearts to him. Okay? The record of Cain's life is left in the Holy Scriptures as a warning to anybody who pretends to worship God, plays with sin, and doesn't take temptation seriously. The wages of sin is death. They that worship must worship him in truth and in spirit. So, whenever we come to worship God, first of all, let's surrender our lives. Let's walk with God. First of all, we must, for your sacrifice to be accepted, you must surrender your life to Christ. You must believe in God. You must be born again. Okay? You must be born again. Like the Bible says, God is not interested in that, but He is interested in that. Okay? I will end there so that Pastor can.
Thank you so much, Brother Sir. We're blessed. Let's just take a quick review since we have time, and we do not want to waste our time. So in the first lesson we learned, again, we are going through the book of Genesis. Okay, I mentioned earlier, if you come to Berean Baptist Church, this is not only a church, yes it is a church, but this is also a Bible school. Okay, Berean Baptist Church is a church that is also a Bible school. We want to be a Bible school, we will go through the Word of God. In Genesis chapter 1, we learn about when God speaks, something happens. God said, let there be light, and there was light. So God created everything by through His Word. You find that in Hebrews chapter 11. That's what we learned. God, what did God do? You still remember that? God formed, God fills. Okay? And then we also learned in the second chapter, this is my Father's world. We had 2 lessons on this is my Father's world. Who created this world? Who created this world? Okay? The Lord. Remember our lesson in chapter 2? When the Lord introduced Himself as the Lord God. Okay? Do not omit that word Lord. Okay? Because that's so important. Because it denotes who God is in your life. If you just say God, then yeah, He is God. But it doesn't quote any personal relationship with Him. But when you say Lord, you acknowledge who He is. So, everything in this world was created by the Lord God. And so, if this is our Father's world, then how should we live our life? How should we treat God's creation? That was the lesson in chapter 2. And in chapter 3, we learn about the perils in paradise. How Adam and Eve had fallen into sin. Now, the lesson that we just discussed today, the title is rather simple, but it's so powerful, okay? So we learned 5 things about Cain. Now, in number 1, we learned about Cain as the. Now, what did you learn from point number 1? Okay, let's have sharing time here. What did you learn? What did you learn? Something you never knew before, but something you know now because of the lesson we just discussed. Anyone? Maya? The meaning. The name Cain means possess, and the name Abel means breath. Okay? So, they are the first 2 sons of who? Adam and Eve. Okay? Ang panganay is, the first one is Cain, and the second one was Abel. Well, okay. Do not answer, okay? But I just want you to raise your hand with this question. Who among you knows the name of the third son of Adam? Just raise your hand. Alam niyo yung pangalan ng pangatlong anak nila? Brother Cyrus, can you tell us? Seth. Okay? Kasi the question is always, Cain and Abel, dalawa lang sila, pinatay ni Cain si Abel, who did Cain take his wife? Took his wife. Okay? I want you to know that they had many sons and daughters. Okay? The third was Seth. And then you have, after Seth was Arphaxad, and then you have Salah, and then you have Eber, and then you have Peleg, and then you have Reu, okay? And then you have Enos, okay? And then you have Nahor and so forth. And look at Genesis chapter 5. Parang ganyan. Genesis chapter 5, so you will see here. Hindi lang po dalawa ang anak nila. Look at your Bible in chapter 5, verse number 6. Okay? Sorry, verse number 3. And Adam lived 130 years, and he begat a son in his own likeness, and after his image, and called his name Seth. So, ang panganay was Cain, and then Cain murdered his brother who? Abel. So, kanino manggagaling yung lineage? Disqualified din si Cain. So, God had to raise another son. His name was Seth, according to verse number 3. Verse 4. And the days of Adam, after he had begotten Seth, were 800 years. And he begot what? Sons and daughters. Plural po yan. So marami silang anak. If he was 130 years old when Seth was born, he lived 800 years more after that. Can you imagine the kids that were born into their union? So what do we learn? From the name Cain, what do you learn? What do you learn about life? Life comes from, what did Brother Richard say? We learn two lessons from the names. From Cain, we can learn that life comes from God. It comes from the Lord. Okay? And the name Abel, which means breath, we learn that life is short. It's brief. Okay? The Bible says, what as you know not what shall be in the morrow, for what is your life? It is even a vapor that appeareth for a little time and then vanisheth away. Okay? We also learn here that sin is the reason for dysfunctional families and fractured families. Kasalanan ang dahilan dyan. Kung bakit may gulo sa mga family, it's all because of sin. And who is the cure? Okay, so dysfunctional families, fractured families is the result of sin. And who is the remedy? Okay, the only remedy is the Lord Jesus Christ. He can put families together again. So kahit yung mga naghiwalay na, kapag nakakilala sila sa Panginoon, they reconcile. Why? Because of the Lord Jesus Christ. Okay? So number 2, we have Cain the worker. Ano naging trabaho ni Cain? What was his job? What was his work? What was his vocation? He was a farmer, and Abel was a shepherd. What did we learn from number 2? What did you learn from number 2? Number 1, we learned about the brothers. We learned who they were. Okay? One was named Cain. From that we learned that life is from God. Abel, his life was cut short. Okay? And it reminds us that life is short. And it also reminds us what sin does. Okay? Sin is the cause of all troubles. It causes so much heartache and pain and trouble. What can you learn about number 2? Okay? About the workers. Chris. Working is Work is an ordained means. It is God's ordained means for us to serve Him. Is work a bad word? You know, what's wrong is, yung mga families ganito yan. When your son does something that is wrong, or your daughter, we punish them by giving them what? Work. Even in schools. So nagkakaroon tuloy ng hindi magandang implication yung work. It becomes a bad word. Why? Because we use work as a punishment. Hindi dapat ganun. Work is not a bad word. Work is not a punishment. It is a God-ordained means for us to serve Him. Okay? So may trabaho si Cain, may trabaho din si Abel. Okay? So we can glorify God. It is not the result of sin. Because Adam was already working even before they had fallen into sin. Okay? He had a hard job, naming all the animals and taking care of the garden. So he had a very difficult job. And but you know, God never wanted us to be lazy, just to be idle. No, He wanted us to work. What do we learn from number 3? This is very important now. Okay, the worshiper. What do you learn here? Ano yung offer ni Cain? What did he offer? Come on folks, you speak. Okay? What did Cain offer? Fruits of the ground. Kung ano yung mga tinanim niya, ano yung crops niya, yun ang in-offer niya sa Panginoon. Okay? What did Abel offer the Lord? He offered an animal sacrifice. Ano nangyari? What happened to the offering of Abel? Was it accepted or rejected? What about Cain? Now, tell me, what is the reason why? Why did God refuse the offering of Cain, rejected it, and accepted the offering of Abel? Can somebody tell me? Ma'am? Do you have an answer? Okay, you mentioned blood sacrifice. That's very good. That's very good. Okay, Brother Ron, what do you think? It was not done. Maganda yung sinasabi niyo. I like those answers. What do you think, Brother Jonathan? May tinutumpok tayo dito. I want something here. Talagang, there is something very important here. If you miss it, you miss it. The attitude of his heart. It was a heart problem. If Cain offered, listen to this, if Cain offered a lamb, a spotless lamb, do you think God would accept it? Do you think God would accept it? No. Why? Because his heart was not right. So it doesn't matter what you offer the Lord, if your heart is not right, the Lord will refuse it. Remember Saul, when he went to Ziklag, when he went to the Amalekites, what was God's order? God said, Saul, I want you to destroy all the Amalekites. Everyone and everything they have must be destroyed. What did Saul do? He spared who? Agag the king. And then what did he do with the good animals? He spared all the good animals, and then when he was confronted by Samuel, what was his reason? Look up here, look up here. Okay? What was his alibi? He will use those animals as an offering or as a sacrifice to the Lord. Was his intention good? His reason, was it good? Did he have a good alibi? Maganda yung alibi niya eh. Kung tayo ito, mapapaniwala tayo ni Saul eh. But did God accept it? No. Because the Bible says to obey is better than sacrifice. That means the condition or the attitude of the heart is far more important than what we can offer the Lord. Okay? Look at the Bible, for example, go to Psalms 51. Let's turn to Psalms 51. Tignan nyo ito, ha? Psalms 51. Brother Richard mentioned something about yung kasalanan ni David when he committed adultery with Bathsheba and killed Uriah. Okay. I want you to look at this. Tingnan niyo ito. This was David's song. Look up here, look up here, look up here. Don't be distracted. Try to focus. David was making a plea for forgiveness. Okay? In fact, the title here is The Chief Musician, a Song of David, when Nathan the prophet came to him after he had gone into Bathsheba. Ano yung sinasabi niya rito? Basahin niyo yung buong chapter. You would see, makikita niyo yung his plea for forgiveness. Let's go to verse number 16. Look at verse number 16. Are you there? Are you there? Okay. For thou desirest not what? Sacrifice. That means the Lord is not pleased with sacrifices. Else would I give it. Kaya sabi niya, Panginoon, alam ko, you don't desire for a sacrifice, so I am not going to give it to you. Thou delightest not in what? Burnt offering. Bakit niya sinabi ito? Samantalang ang Panginoon ang nag-require ng sacrifice. Look at verse number 17. The sacrifices of God are a broken spirit and a broken and a contrite heart. O God, thou wilt not despise. What is the first thing? Brother Ronald, please approach me here. When you come to the Lord to offer, what is the first thing, that God is looking in a person's life, in a believer's life? Okay? You're about to give your offering. For example, you have an envelope. Okay? Do you think the Lord is interested with how much you have inside that envelope? Why? Does God really need your money? Can you please God by your wealth? He is rich, He owns everything. So if you think you can, impress God with the amount of offering that you are giving, you can impress me. Okay? But, you can never impress the Lord by how much you put in that envelope. Because God owns everything in this world. Do you understand? But when God sees a heart that is right with Him, maybe this person had sinned, but he comes to the Lord, listen to me now, but his heart is broken. Do you understand this? His heart is contrite. You know the word contrite? That is sorrow, that is remorse in your heart. The problem with many Christians, nagkakasala tayo sa Panginoon, we come to the Lord, but there is no contrition. You just come to the Lord and you say, Lord, please forgive me of my sins. You think it's that simple. No. In fact, the Lord doesn't, you think the Lord answers that kind of a prayer? The Lord is looking at the contrition of your heart. If you come to the Lord, you admit that you have done wrong, but you are broken, you have disappointed God, and you know that God was hurt because of your sin, and so you come to the Lord with that contrition, with that contrite heart, and with that broken spirit. Now whatever this man gives to the Lord would be pleased, the Lord would honor that because his heart is right. Do you understand? Do you understand this point here? That's why it's very important. We are in church today. We offer songs to the Lord. We offer our praises to the Lord. We will offer our offerings to the Lord. But my friend, everything that you will try to offer to the Lord today will mean nothing if your heart is not with Him. Regardless of who you are, regardless of what you do, it is the attitude of the heart. If Cain came to the Lord with 1,000 sheep, spotless and blameless, the Lord would still refuse it. Why? Because the condition of his heart was not right. That was the very reason. And that was the reason why God accepted the offering of Abel. It was an excellent sacrifice, but because it was offered with an excellent spirit. Tama yung puso ni Abel. So, please take note of that. It was a heart problem. That's why it's very, very important, as Brother Richard says, that when we come, we are here, our heart is right. Because our heart is right towards others, our heart is right towards the Lord. Because if not, no matter what you do, no matter how you teach, no matter how you preach, no matter how you sing, everything will be refused if our heart is not right with the Lord. And another thing, not only the worshiper, but we learn about Cain the murderer. Anger is a powerful emotion that can lead to violence. You remember the Ten Commandments, the Bible says, thou shalt not kill. But the Lord Jesus Christ raised the standard. Hello, brother, bend your back. How is you, okay? Okay. The Lord Jesus Christ raised the standard so high. The Lord Jesus said, I tell you, if you hate a brother in your heart, you already what? Murdered the person. That's why when Abel murdered his brother, it was not homicide. It was not, because he was angry and he just killed his brother. It was premeditated. He carefully planned what he was going to do. Can you imagine Cain killing his brother after offering a sacrifice to the Lord? After talking to the Lord, after being confronted by the Lord, after being reminded of the Lord, after being warned of the Lord, after being promised of the Lord, it was then that they killed his brother. It shows us how the awful condition of his heart, talagang hindi tama yung kanyang puso. And by the way, let me go back to that. Kung tama ang puso mo, tama ang magiging offering mo. Amen? The reason Cain's offering was wrong is because his heart is wrong. And the reason why believers' offering is wrong is because their heart is wrong. When your heart is right, yung sinabi ni Brother Ron kanina, now you will be giving the right offering. Why? Because your heart is right. You will have no problem giving your tithes and your offerings if your heart is right. Wala pong problema yan. Because your heart is right. But even if you give 50% of what you make, if your heart is not right with the Lord, God is never impressed because He owns everything in this world. Okay? So, I hope you will remember that. So, Cain committed the crime after being at the altar in spite of God's warning and promise. And number 5, we learn about Cain the wanderer. My African friends, you have this doctrine in Kenya, Cain is still around. That is a false teaching. Cain is dead a long time ago. Long time even before the flood. Do you understand? Do you understand that? How many people lived after the flood? 8. Noah, Mrs. Noah, and then his 3 sons. Who was the eldest? Sino yung panganay sa mga anak ni Noah? No, it was Japheth, Shem, and Ham. Okay? You will wonder why? Tingnan nyo sa Genesis chapter 9 verse. Again, Berean Baptist Church is not just a church, it's a Bible college, okay? Yung verse number 24. 9:24. And Noah awoke from his wine and knew what his younger son had done unto him. Sino yun? Si Ham. Look at chapter 10 verse number 24. Okay? That's chapter 9 verse number 24. Chapter 10 verse number 21. Unto Shem also, the father of all the children of Eber, the brother of Japheth, the elder. So this is one of those cases like Jacob and who is the brother of Jacob? Esau. Who is the older one? Esau, and then Jacob is the younger. But the Lord preferred Jacob above Esau. The same with Ephraim and Manasseh, the sons of Joseph. And this is another case. The order is Japheth, Shem, and Ham. Okay? And it is one of those sovereign acts of God whereby He puts the second and make him first. Walang makaka-question sa Panginoon. Sovereignty niya yan. Okay? But let's go to number 5 and then we will have this singing. You see 4 words here. Letter A, a vagabond. A vagabond, like Cain, a vagabond has no home. So Cain was a vagabond, he had no home. A fugitive is one who is running from home. It's like when you kill somebody and you are running because of your crime. That's a fugitive. A stranger is one who is away from home. Are you strangers in Doha? We are strangers in Doha. That means we are away from home. But you have another one. Pilgrims, those who are heading home. Pauwi na. That's why we are strangers. Cain said, my punishment is greater than I can bear. We learn so many things about this story. Another powerful lesson here is one sin will always lead to another sin. Sin will beget sin. One sin will cause another sin. So what you have to do is when you sin, because we all do, you have to, ask God for repentance, of course, with a contrite, with a broken heart, and with a contrite spirit. You come to the Lord, ask for cleansing of your heart, and also, like David, he asked that a right spirit will be renewed in him. I hope you learned great lessons from this study today. Amen? So, lesson 1, Genesis, when God speaks, something happens. Lesson number 2 and 3, this is my Father's word. He created everything, and so how should we live in this world? That's lesson 2 and 3. Lesson number 4, perils in paradise. The tragic fall of Adam and Eve. And lesson number 5 is the lesson about Cain. Don't miss the next lesson. Huwag niyong mamimiss yung lesson natin last week. You come early so that you will be able to get all the things that we are trying to start here. And this afternoon, we started already last week. We started on 1 Corinthians. Last week, the lesson was, be wise about God's calling. Okay, we will go through the book of 1 and 2 Corinthians. And when we are done with these two books, we will go with the book of Romans. Okay? But make sure you stay this afternoon as we study the second lesson on 1 Corinthians. Our theme for Corinthians is be wise. So all the lesson will be about being wise. Be wise about your calling. And then this afternoon, the lesson will be about be wise about your what? About the Christian message. And I hope you will stay for that study. Brother Richard, thank you. Okay, Asante, thank you so much for teaching the lesson today. And I hope everybody was blessed with the lesson. If you missed yung unang lesson and you want a copy of the lesson transcript, I have only lessons, so just request. And we provide you a copy so you can study it yourself. Loving Heavenly Father, we thank you for this time that you have given us so that we can come together and feast upon your word. And Lord, we also thank you for providing us a place that we can come together and just lift your name and magnify your holy name. Lord, I pray today that you will cleanse us from all the iniquities, the shortcomings, the sins that we have committed, so that we will be worthy to honor you and worship you during our church service today. Dear Holy Spirit, we also ask for your protection, that you will safeguard this place, so that the enemy will not interfere and will not disturb the service that we want to dedicate wholly to you and to your holy name. Bless everyone who was a part of the service today. We pray and ask all these things in Jesus' name. Thank you, God. That's